I started my YouTube channel about 4 or 5 months ago, and every week I was posting content. I was posting a video or I was filming 2 videos in the week, and it became really exciting. My little channel started to grow, still very modestly, but if you'll see any of my recent videos, you know that I don't care. I'm still very happy with it. So I really felt in a positive place with YouTube, but there was something telling me that I was actually quite close to burnout. My mind didn't stop. I was so wired every night. I think actually being in front of a screen all day, either researching competitors or just watching YouTube channels that can help me grow, or even filming and editing my own content, was just too much time in front of a screen. So as a positive psychologist and a life coach, I actually had to take my own advice, because if a client came to me and was telling me that I'm working really hard, but also it's nearly leading to burnout and I'm not healthy mentally or physically, something needs to change. So I took it as an opportunity at the start of the summer when my kids would be off, that I wouldn't post anything on YouTube. I thought it'd be about 6 weeks at the most I would do that for, and I was really looking forward to being present with them and just enjoying life without thinking about content. I just cut it out, and you know what? Once I did it, I felt amazing. But it's still been a journey, even though I've been away for a long time now. It's nearly 3 months I've been away. I wanted to take you through how my channel has changed and what I've learned from this time. Obviously, I'm back. I'm not giving up on this YouTube journey. And a lot of this has come down to just the consistency I have continued to have with new subscribers. I have, over the period of the summer, probably around 6 weeks or so, I've definitely gained over 100 subscribers, about 110. And I have done nothing on YouTube while that's happened. I have just let my videos sit there. So what I've learned is the algorithm will still push successful content. It hasn't pushed my earlier content, my earlier videos, and they're still roughly on like 40 or 50 views. Some are on 200 or 300, but even still within that range, it is completely stopped. But I have had one particular video that's nearly got on 3,000 views now, and that kind of saw me through the summer. If there was ever a time to take a break, I would say be a bit strategic with it and do it when you've got a video that's actually doing quite well, because you kind of just ride on the wave of that. You constantly have new subscribers from it. You constantly have views, because once it's out, the algorithm just keeps it out there until it just flatlines. And I also was really surprised. I would get comments all the time, like really genuine comments of people who were in the same boat as me, and I can't thank you enough for taking the time to send me a comment and some feedback. I've loved it. That was a huge surprise to me. I really didn't expect it. I thought this video was doing well. I have to prioritize my mental health. Hopefully I'll make another good one at some point. But what happened was I was still averaging over 100 views a week based on one video, which I'll link below. And if you're a new subscriber, it's probably where you found me. That one has brought basically everyone to my channel. And I've probably averaged around 15 new subscribers a week, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less. And one thing I've also noticed, because I wasn't in it, I wasn't doing the posting, I wasn't checking anything, I was just getting the notifications on my phone, and that was enough. That was fine. That didn't distract me enough or stress me, and that surprised me actually, because what I did find when I started on YouTube was it was so addictive to know your numbers of your views, of your subscribers, of your analytics, positive or negative. I was in that studio trying to find out everything I could about who was watching my videos, how long they were watching them for, etc, etc. And while that's all really helpful, it also becomes a bit of a numbers game, and I felt like I was losing a bit of an emotional connection that I actually feel I have towards my YouTube channel. It's a space where I want to be authentic and genuine and really, help people. So if I was focused more on the numbers, I wasn't there for the right reasons either. So taking a step back really helped me see that. And I really feel like I've come through the other side now of what my channel is about, what I'm there for, and who my audience is. Because I had taken a step back, I was actually able to see the waves of the views and the subs that I was getting in terms of a weekly view, which I hadn't actually noticed before because I was on every single day, multiple times a day. So taking that step back, I was actually able to see from Tuesday to Friday, really, there wasn't much traction on my site at all. I wasn't getting really, viewers numbers, and I wasn't getting many more subscribers. But come Friday evening, over the weekend, right through till Monday, that's where everything was coming through. That's where all the notifications came. I just started to notice that pattern, and it was really helpful because I realized what's probably happening is obviously people through the week typically are in their office or out working in whatever capacity, so they don't have time to just like be on YouTube and watch a video or so. And a lot of people who are new YouTubers or small YouTubers, it's kind of a passion project. It is for me. I feel like it's a creative outlet for me. It's part of my business, but it's not the full focus. And I'm sure that's the same way for a lot of YouTubers. So what's happening is we have our own work during the week, and then at the weekend, people are finding time to look into their passion project or their hobby and find some helpful videos on it. So my advice would be, look at what your channel topic is and think from the side of your viewer. When do they have time to watch this, and when is the best time for them to watch it? As I say, mine are obviously over the weekend when they're not fully committed to other work commitments. And also, being based in the UK, I was initially surprised of why my numbers were still good on a Monday. But what I've realized is with the time difference, I have a lot of UK and US viewers, hello, and in the US side of things, they're still on their Sunday evening. And so their views are rolling in from their weekend into my Monday. And that's where that traction keeps continuing. So I found that really interesting. And I think that's a really good source of data just to have that perspective. And maybe you could tailor the subject matter of your videos around that sort of audience and what they're doing. In terms of new subs or subscribers, what I actually noticed with that as well from taking a step back was when I got a new subscriber and then they'd leave a comment, there was a little pattern I started to notice was I would get, the number would go up to 130, and then I would get a comment saying, hey, I'm your new subscriber number 130, celebrate, that sort of thing, which is lovely. But then I would notice the number would go down. And that's fine. I have no problem if someone decides to give up. They probably wondered, where is she? She's not posting anything for the past few weeks. But what I noticed was that happened every time. Within a day of someone leaving me a comment saying, hey, I'm your new subscriber, let's support each other, or as obvious as follow for follow, the number would go up and then it would go down the next day. And I would absolutely know that it was that person who subscribed to me, mentioned they subscribed to me, and then go. And whilst I totally understand that strategy, you're just getting your name on a comment there and you're trying to connect with the person that you followed because you think they'd be interested in you, all that good stuff, that's fine. But I would say it doesn't come across well. And also, you're not going to get the quality of subscriber that you want. I want people to be interested in my videos, not people who are going to actually mess up my AVR, my average viewer retention, because if they follow my account, they don't care about my content. They'll see a video, maybe click on it, maybe it'll start playing for them, whatever, and then they'll move on after a few seconds. That's actually really bad for my analytics and therefore really bad for the algorithm. It doesn't like it. Therefore, it's not going to like your content and push it out because people who are seeing it are not watching it. Back to the data and the analytics with YouTube. What I found was, because this video was still doing well for me, I was consistently getting views, I was getting new subscribers, I was getting comments, My numbers were really steady. However, I will say, and this is definitely a warning for anyone who wants to take a break, sometimes you can go on a bit too long, and that's exactly what I've done. If this video doesn't get pushed out by the algorithm at all, I've only myself to blame, and I just have to try again for a few months, but I know that it will go back to where it should do. I know it will. I really believe in that. However, what I will say is it is pretty scary when your numbers are usually with a green line and then they start plateauing, fine. Then they start going a bit red because last week your numbers were much higher. Then they're getting lower and lower as weeks go on, to the point where the numbers are now grey, and I really feel like the algorithm has completely ignored me now. It's stopped. Even though the video I've been mentioning was successful, I don't think they care to keep pushing out videos when the creator isn't making any new content. I do want to say the summer is long past us now. It's early October, me making this video. I had a wonderful summer mentally. I have so many fresh new ideas for my channel. I've been able to step back and really see how much work I've done and, you know, pat myself on the back for that. I deserved a break. Everyone deserves a break. If you feel like you're edging towards burnout, you need to step back, and you can't do that when you're stuck right in the middle of all the work and all the pressure and all the distractions. So I don't regret it. I wouldn't do it for as long as I did again. I won't do that. But I still feel confident. I feel confident in myself, and that is something that's really important with your mental health. When you know that you've made the right decision for yourself, you're not going to feel bad for that, because you're going to feel healthy and you're going to feel ready for whatever is coming at you. So although I feel confident in my ability and my content and just I know that I'm going to have a great journey on YouTube, I do have to say, being away for so long has dented my confidence in terms of working with the software that I use to create my videos and edit them, obviously. I can't remember how to do B-roll. I don't feel very good about adding video, and also just the basic upload to YouTube. So things like hashtags, keywords, when to post. I'd forgotten when was a good time to do that. I also forgot about lighting. It took a long time to work that out. I'm still not even confident if this has been a good angle or if the light's right for this. So there are a few things where it's definitely not a good idea to go off for so long. But I made the mistake for you. That's what I see it as. Research, helping my audience. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it valuable, and please get in touch with any of your feedback.